There is a power in the words you speak, but not simply in the arrangement of letters and sounds. The real power lies in the consciousness from which you speak them. When you say, I am the one, you are not making a request, not sending out a plea to some distant force. You are declaring the truth of your being. It is not a hope, it is a fact. You are establishing in the invisible realm. And in that invisible realm, everything that appears in your life is firstborn. So when you say, I am the one, you are placing yourself in the only position that attracts, draws, and compels the world, including your specific person, to orbit around you like the planets around the sun. You become the center. You become the source. You become the origin of the movement, and from that moment, they cannot help but chase you, because the pull of your assumption is irresistible. When you speak this truth, it is not enough to simply whisper it in your mind like a timid thought. You must breathe it, live it, saturate yourself in it until the air around you vibrates with the knowing. I am the one is not a title you borrow, it is the reality you awaken to. Every gesture, every thought, every glance you give yourself in the mirror must confirm it. You are the one they think about in the quiet hours of the night. You are the one whose name runs through their mind like a song they cannot get out of their head. You are the one whose presence lingers, even in your absence, because you have claimed your place as the only logical choice in their world. Your SP's desire for you is not something you have to chase or coax out of them. Desire is a reflection of consciousness, and you are the projector. When you decide that you are the one, their mind rearranges itself to reflect that decision. The messages you want to receive, the calls you want to hear, the look in their eyes that says you are irreplaceable, these are not things you need to work for. They are the inevitable consequence of standing in your chosen identity. The universe, through them, must conform to the claim you have made about yourself. Think of it. The moment you declare, I am the one, every competing image of yourself that has lingered in your mind begins to dissolve. The version of you who was unsure, waiting, hoping, wondering if you were enough, gone. The version who feared rejection, gone. The version who felt second choice, gone. What remains is the pure, unshakable knowing that in the story of their life, you are the lead role, and no other actor can take your place. It is not arrogance, it is truth. The only reason this declaration feels powerful is because it is already the reality at the core of your being. You are simply stripping away the lies that covered it. This is why, when you hold this assumption, you no longer chase. You no longer wait by the phone. You no longer decode their every word and gesture, wondering what it means. Instead, you live in the energy of being chosen now. In that energy, every action you take is different. Your tone, your body language, your very presence becomes magnetic. They feel it without you saying a word. They may not understand why, but they will feel an irresistible pull to be near you, to claim you, to make sure no one else does. And that pull comes from you standing as the one in their life, the only one. Understand that this is not a game of manipulation. This is the pure law of creation. You are not forcing their will. You are aligning with the truth that the relationship you desire already exists in consciousness. You are simply tuning yourself to that reality and living from it. In that reality, there is no competition, there is no delay. There is only the fact that they want you, they choose you, they see you as the most valuable presence in their world. And because you are the source of your reality, when you know this, they must know it too. The world around you is nothing but a mirror, and your SP is one of its reflections. If you see yourself as the one, they will see you as the one. If you see yourself as someone they have to notice, they will notice you. If you see yourself as already desired, you will experience evidence of their desire everywhere. That is why your internal conversation is everything. What you tell yourself about yourself becomes the script they must follow. When your mind repeats, I am the one, you are writing the lines they will speak to you, the gestures they will make toward you, the way they will think of you when they wake and before they sleep. So speak it now, not as a wish, but as a decree. I am the one they can't stop thinking about. I am the one they dream of at night and reach for in the morning. I am the one who lights up their world, the one they want to be around, the one they will do anything to keep close. I am the one. Let those words roll over your tongue with the weight of certainty. You are not asking reality to confirm it. You are telling reality how it is. And watch what happens when you do. People will start treating you differently, not because you've changed your behavior toward them, but because your vibration has shifted. Your SP will feel it like a current in the air. They will suddenly think of you when they least expect it, feel a rush of emotion for you without knowing why. They will remember your smile, your laugh, the way your presence feels. They will replay moments with you in their mind and wonder why they ever let even a day go by without speaking to you. The law is simple. What you accept as true of yourself, others must accept as true of you. There is no force in existence more magnetic than self-certainty. It is not loud. It does not need to announce itself over and over. It simply is. The sun does not beg the planets to orbit it. It simply shines in its nature, and the planets cannot resist. In the same way, when you take your place as the one, everything else moves into position to support that role. Your SP is no exception. They will feel the subtle shift in you, and it will awaken a deeper shift in them. You will notice them reaching out more, showing up more, making the effort you once wished they would. But now, you do not sit and wait for it. You simply allow it to come, knowing it is inevitable. You must understand that I am the one is more than a phrase. It is a state of consciousness. And states of consciousness do not argue, they do not chase, they do not negotiate, they simply express, and life reflects that expression. When you are in the state of being the one, you cannot even imagine a reality where they do not want you. It would be as impossible as imagining yourself without your own shadow. And because you cannot imagine it, you will never experience it. This is why some people seem to be effortlessly loved, effortlessly pursued. They are not luckier than others. They are simply more unwavering in the state they occupy. Right now, in this moment, you have the choice to step into that state fully. Drop the story that they are distant. Drop the story that you need to convince them. Drop the story that there is a timeline you must wait for. The moment you drop those stories, you step into the one where they are already yours. Feel it as if it were happening now. The way they look at you, the warmth in their voice when they speak your name, the ease in their touch. Feel the reality where you are already the most important person in their life, because you are. And from this place, you do not question. You do not wonder when it will happen. You know it already has. In the unseen, it is complete. And because it is complete there, it must show up here. It is law. That is the certainty you walk with when you say, I am the one. And as you walk in it, reality bows to that truth. Your SP, your circumstances, the so-called obstacles, everything adjusts itself to reflect your decision. So say it now with the fullness of your being, I am the one. I am the one they want. I am the one they choose. I am the one they love. I am the one they will always chase. Speak it not as a hope, but as the most natural thing in the world, because it is. And as you speak it, feel the shift inside you. That shift is the entire universe moving to bring you exactly what you have declared. It cannot fail, because consciousness never fails to reproduce its own likeness. When you persist in this knowing, the game changes entirely. You stop looking for proof in the outer world and start living from the proof that is already within you. You realize that the desire for your SP to chase you is already fulfilled the moment you claim, I am the one. From that claim flows a confidence so deep, so unshakable, that it naturally alters how you move, speak, and respond to life. This is not about pretending or forcing confidence. It's about recognizing that the one who is chosen does not doubt, does not wait, and does not beg. The one who is chosen simply exists in the joy of being wanted, adored, and prioritized, knowing that the universe and your SP have no choice but to match this inner stance. Think of a magnet. It does not strain to attract iron, it simply is what it is. And in being what it is, the attraction happens automatically. When you are the one, you are the magnetic center of your SP's reality. Your energy sends out a silent signal that says, there is no one else. This is the person you want. This is the person you cannot let go of. And they respond, often without understanding why their thoughts are constantly returning to you. They will wonder why they feel the need to check in on you, why the idea of losing you feels unacceptable, why they suddenly crave your presence more than anything else. That is the silent language of consciousness, the telepathic pull that your assumption creates. It is not necessary for you to monitor their every move to see if it's working. That is the mind's old habit of doubt. Instead, you turn inward again and again, reminding yourself of the truth. I am the one. You see yourself as the one they are thinking about in this exact moment. You feel the texture of their desire for you as though it is a tangible thing wrapping itself around you. You let yourself taste the sweetness of being wanted with no resistance, no effort, just the natural unfolding of your claim. And as you do this, the need to chase, control, or worry fades, because you realize that the moment you decided it, the reality was already set in motion. Your SP may try to resist at first, not consciously, but out of habit. Perhaps they have been used to you chasing them, waiting for them, giving them the position of power. But when you step into I am the one, the dynamic changes completely. They feel the shift in the air. They sense that you are no longer looking to them for validation, that you no longer see them as the prize to be won. Instead, you have become the prize. And human nature being what it is, they will want what feels valuable, rare, and certain. They will feel an urgency to secure you because, in their mind, you have become the singular focus, the person whose absence they cannot tolerate. Do not underestimate the silent influence of your inner world. When you truly occupy the state of being the one, your thoughts and feelings broadcast themselves in ways that transcend physical action. They reach your SP subconscious directly. This is why sometimes you will notice sudden shifts without any obvious reason. Because the moment you solidify your state, reality begins to reorganize itself to match it. You might find that they contact you out of nowhere, that they show up in places you are, that mutual friends mention you in their presence, triggering thoughts and emotions that draw them toward you. The law works through infinite channels, and all of them bend in your favor when you persist. Remember, the only thing that ever stood between you and the reality of them chasing you was the assumption you held about yourself. If you saw yourself as someone they might choose, but not necessarily the one they must choose, your world reflected that uncertainty. But now, as you claim, I am the one, you remove all conditions, all doubts, all alternatives. You leave no space in consciousness for any other outcome. And when you hold to that unwaveringly, the result is inevitable. They will pursue you because in your reality, they already are pursuing you. Feel that right now. Imagine them moving toward you, not with reluctance, but with hunger, with excitement, with the unshakable decision that they must have you. See the way their eyes light up when they see you, the way their voice softens when they speak your name, the way they go out of their way to be near you. Let it be so real in your mind that your body reacts as though it's happening now. Because in truth, it is. That seen exists in the unseen, and by feeling it, you are pulling it into the physical. Your job is not to make it happen, is to let it happen by staying in the state. And staying in the state is easy when you understand that nothing in the outer world has the power to define you. You could wake up tomorrow to a text from them or to silence from them, and in either case, your inner stance does not change. You are still the one. That constancy is what bends reality in your favor. Because when you no longer react to temporary appearances, you are declaring to the universe, this is who I am regardless of what I see, and the universe has no choice but to comply. Even now, as you hear these words, the shift is happening. Your SP is feeling something they can't quite name. They are remembering moments with you, feeling the energy you radiate, sensing the change in you. They might not consciously think they are the one, but their actions will begin to say it for them. They will prioritize you, pursue you, and protect their connection to you. And you will find that what once felt like chasing is now simply receiving. Receiving the natural return of what you have already declared to be yours. I am the one is not about ego, it is about alignment. It is about stepping into the only role that ever truly belonged to you in your reality, the role of the chosen one, the loved one, the one who is never an option but always the answer. In this role, you do not compete, you do not wait in line, you do not hope to be noticed. You are noticed, you are chosen, you are loved, and the more you live from that truth, the more evidence you will see of it. So hold it. Let it saturate every thought, every action, every word. Let it become the atmosphere you walk in. And as you do, your SP will find themselves drawn to you with an intensity they cannot explain. They will think it is their idea, their decision, their desire, and in a way it is. But you will know the deeper truth. It is the echo of your own assumption, returning to you exactly as you sent it out. When you decide that you are the one, the very fabric of your inner world changes. And because your inner world is the cause, the outer world cannot resist the change. Your SP, without even realizing it, begins to rearrange their priorities, their thoughts, and their emotions to match the reality you have claimed. It is not because you forced them, manipulated them, or begged them. It is because the moment you stepped into this state, you became the gravitational pull in their life. Just as the tide is compelled to answer the moon's call, they are compelled to answer yours. This is the truth so many overlook. You do not need to do something to make them chase you. You need to be someone, and that someone is the one. When you are the one, every gesture you make, every glance, every word carries an energy that cannot be ignored. Even in your absence, they feel you. They sense your presence in the spaces between their thoughts, in the quiet moments when their mind is free to wander. That wandering always seems to return to you. This is not coincidence. This is the law in action. Consciousness speaks louder than words ever could. And the more you dwell in this truth, the more natural it becomes. At first, you may need to remind yourself often, catching the old thoughts that say you are waiting for them to choose you, catching the doubts that whisper they might not feel the same. But each time you return to I am the one, you strengthen the foundation until it is unshakable. Eventually, it becomes as natural as breathing. You wake up in the morning knowing it. You go through your day feeling it. You fall asleep at night certain of it. And in that steadiness, reality bows. This is why you must stop treating the outer world like the authority. The text they didn't send yet, the call they didn't make, the plans they didn't initiate. These are shadows, not the source. The source is the state you hold inside. If you hold yourself as the one, those shadows will rearrange themselves to match. The moment you start watching the outer as proof, you hand your power away. But when you hold your state, regardless of what the outer is showing, you remain the cause, and the cause always wins over the effect. In your state of being the one, you stop chasing, not because you have given up, but because there is nothing to chase. What is yours is already yours. You wouldn't chase your own reflection in the mirror. You wouldn't beg your shadow to follow you. You know it's inevitable. That's how you feel about your ST in this state. Their attention, affection, and pursuit are as certain as your next breath. You no longer need to make it happen. You simply allow it to unfold, and unfold it will, faster than you might imagine. This is also where telepathy becomes undeniable. You will begin to notice that the moment you feel a rush of love or attraction toward them in your mind, they reach out. The moment you decide they're thinking of you, something in the outer world confirms it. Maybe a song you both love plays, maybe you get a random memory of them, only for them to text minutes later. This is not magic, it is the law. You are connected through consciousness, and your state is the bridge. When you send out the knowing that you are the one, they receive it as the impulse to move toward you. And here's the key. Do not dilute it with if, when, or hopefully. Those are words of separation. I am the one is present tense, certain, unmovable. When you live in it, there is no space for negotiation. You cannot imagine them not wanting you because in your reality that is impossible. You cannot even picture a version of events where they slip away because your mind is saturated with the image of them drawing closer, holding you, cherishing you. And because you cannot imagine otherwise, you will never experience otherwise. Let this state infuse your body language, your tone of voice, your way of carrying yourself. People respond to energy before they respond to words. And when your energy says, I am the one, they feel it instantly. Your SP will notice, even if they can't put it into words, that something about you feels unshakable, radiant, magnetic. It will trigger their own desire, their own need to secure you before someone else does. And because in your reality no one else can, their chase becomes inevitable. Every time doubt tries to creep in, remember, the outer world is just a mirror. If you don't like what you see, you don't fix it by touching the reflection, you fix it by changing the source. And the source is your state. Stand in I am the one, and the mirror will show you evidence of it without fail. If you persist in that knowing, there is not a single force in existence that can stop your SP from being drawn to you. The only resistance that can exist is the one you create by stepping out of the state. So live in it now. Feel it so deeply that it becomes your default. Picture your SP's face lighting up when they see you. Hear their voice warm with affection when they speak your name. Feel their arms around you as though they could never let go. Do not treat this as a future you are working toward. See it as a present reality you are sinking into, because that is the truth. It is happening now in the unseen, and soon it will spill over into the seen. And when it does, you will smile, not because you are surprised, but because you always knew. This is the power of being the one. This is the certainty that makes them chase you without you lifting a finger, without you bending yourself to fit into their life. You no longer fit into their life. They reshape their life around you. When you live from the state of I am the one, your SP feels the shift even in the smallest moments. They notice a change in your energy, your presence, the way you carry yourself, not because you've made any dramatic outward display, but because your inner world is no longer tangled in uncertainty. This shift is subtle yet undeniable, and it begins to work on them from the inside out. They may not understand why they're suddenly thinking of you more often, why they feel an urge to reach out, why they keep replaying memories of you in their mind, but they will feel it. And it will grow. This is the silent art of creation. You are no longer looking to the outside for confirmation. You are radiating the confirmation from within. And in doing so, you send a telepathic message that your SP cannot resist. You already want me. You already choose me. You already see me as the one. This message does not have to be shouted. It is carried effortlessly in the tone of your thoughts, in the way you imagine them, in the emotions you allow yourself to dwell in. And as you remain in this state, you'll see how easily the outer reality bends to match it. And you must understand, human beings respond instinctively to the energy of value. The moment you stop placing your SP on a pedestal and stand in the truth that you are the center of the story, their mind adjusts accordingly. They begin to see you not as someone they can take for granted, but as someone they cannot afford to lose. And because they feel this shift at a subconscious level, they act on it without hesitation. They call, they text, they make plans, they check in, not because you asked, but because it feels urgent to them to maintain their connection with you. In this state, you do not worry about whether they are thinking of you. You know they are. You do not wonder if they will choose you. You know they already have. And that knowing is not wishful thinking. It is the seed of creation. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You know that it is, even before you see the first sprout. Your inner work is the planting of the seed, and your unwavering assumption is the sunlight and water that ensure it grows. Every time you reaffirm, I am the one, you send a pulse of energy into the unseen, strengthening the reality where you are already chosen, already desired. This energy is felt. Your SP might suddenly find themselves smiling when your name crosses their mind, feeling warmth at the memory of you, or even dreaming about you at night. The connection between you is alive, and your assumption is the heartbeat that keeps it strong. There may be moments when the old story tries to creep back in, memories of times when they were distant, when you felt unseen, but those moments are nothing more than ghosts. They have no power unless you breathe life into them. The moment they arise, you simply return to your claim, I am the one. And in that return, you starve the old story of energy until it dissolves completely. This is how you maintain dominion over your reality. You feed only the truth you wish to experience. And here's the beauty. Once you truly occupy this state, you no longer measure progress by what your SP does on any given day. You stop scanning for signs and start living as if it's already done. You laugh more. You move with ease. You radiate a calm certainty that draws people in. Your SP notices this too. They feel the difference between the version of you who is waiting for them and the version of you who already knows they are yours. And that difference is irresistible. The chase becomes inevitable because in your reality, they are already chasing you. You don't imagine them hesitating. You imagine them acting. You don't picture them weighing options. You picture them single-mindedly choosing you. You don't dwell on the fear of loss. You dwell on the joy of being claimed. And because your mind is the blueprint, the outer world has no choice but to follow the design. This is why your declaration must be firm. I am the one is not a mantra you repeat out of hope. It is a truth you inhabit. You say it with the same certainty you would say, the sun rises in the morning. There is no question in it, no doubt, no negotiation. And when you speak it from that place, your entire energy field shifts. People begin to treat you differently. Opportunities seem to align effortlessly, and your SP starts showing up in ways that match the reality you've been living in within. So feel it now, not tomorrow, not when they call, not when they show up. Feel it in this very moment. Picture them reaching for their phone to text you, planning ways to see you, replaying your words in their mind because they can't get enough of them. Feel their desire as though it is a tangible thing wrapping itself around you. Let that feeling be so real that the idea of them not chasing you feels absurd. And in that feeling, know this, the universe is already delivered. You are simply watching it unfold in perfect timing.